Hi, I'm Akhil.
I'm Rohan now.
Welcome to The Long Take. This week we're discussing the new Amazon original film, Tiku Weds Sheru, which has Nawazuddin Siddiqui in the lead. Has he done a movie in like in a while? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's been doing really like shady B movies, it seems, for a while.
But isn't this one of them then?
It is one of them, yeah.
This is like not even, I feel like he's become like literally what you said, he's become like a B movie actor. Like what happened to him? Wasn't he like a A-list star not so long ago?
Yeah, I think I firmly believe that he's paying off like his home loan is why he's doing it.
How huge was it?
I think
And how much can like one B movie like this pay you?
he's built a huge ass house. And for the last I think 3 or 4 years he's just been doing really shady movies. And I'm pretty sure that's why he's just saying yes to everything. Because
This is like one of those like John Travolta, Bruce Willis thing situations.
yeah, he's and 20 years earlier than those people kind of started doing that stuff. Because
Right.
he was at the peak, right, of his career when he started.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's doing. He was in a movie literally I think a couple of weeks ago, which came out in theaters.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just been back-to-back nonsense. So I don't know if it's worse or if it's better that the person involved knows that it's nonsense. But clearly, yeah, I think everybody should be embarrassed about it.
Yeah. And what's worse is that even like he was like not just an A-list star, but he also like he was a good actor in those like things, right? Sacred Games and stuff. Like people in the right hands, like he looked like, oh yeah, he's a good actor. But then suddenly when you like whatever director this guy is, whose film that I've never seen before, he looks terrible. Like he just feel like, oh, this is Nawazuddin is only good when he has a good director now. Like that's my conclusion.
Which is very surprising, right? Because you would imagine that a good actor is a good actor.
Yeah, like he's not Meryl Streep. He's only when there's good solid writing and solid direction and solid editing, then he looks good.
Watching this movie, I almost felt as if the director was afraid to tell him to just not do a lot of the stuff that he was doing.
I can't tell what scene you're describing because it's the entire movie. Like every I feel like 5 to 7 minutes, the movie like changes what it wants to be about and tackle. And then the movie's like, okay, for the next like whatever minutes, we're just gonna like ham fist our way into this situation, and then we will like take such a wild left turn that you will forget what we were tackling 5 minutes ago.
The movie also doesn't understand or care to stick to a tone. It pretends to be a romantic comedy, but it's slightly
In parts.
Yeah, it also wants to be slightly edgier.
Yeah, and then darker. Like it's almost like a dark like drama at times. It's like, oh, look at what's happening to this character. Poor character can't fend for herself.
Yeah. When towards the end, it kind of turns into like a crime drama, and
comes out of like nowhere. I think like that's like the only thing that the movie did was that every half an hour I could not predict which direction it was gonna go in. I'm like, oh, I did not see that coming.
But not in a. So when we say that, oh, it's a romantic comedy, oh, it's a crime drama, all this is just legitimizing its nonsense because none of it is done well.
Yeah, it's not like even like arrived at an organic method. It's just like, now we're doing this and you just need to get on board with us.
Yeah. And it's not just like, oh, let's fool the audience or let's just surprise the audience or anything like that. It's just that they probably thought that this was the logical thing to do,
Yeah.
And which is what makes all of it just so weird. Like it's not a
yeah. It's just one of the movies like if you like have to take a pee break or if you look at your phone down like for 2 minutes, you'll just be like, wait, is this the same movie? Like did Amazon start playing something else?
Yeah. Especially towards the end. But I found myself checking out much before that.
Yeah, much before. Like I think there was like at least 10 times I was like, can I text Rohan and be like, we can just like give up this week instead if he can't
I
find
mean,
something.
feel free, because that's what I was thinking too. And I was like, ab kya, like, but no, genuinely, like, I feel this is not worth it. Like, it takes 2 hours to watch. It takes however long to record. Then it takes time to like edit. It's not worth. It's honestly like Tiku Weds Sheru. I will regret this for at least 10 days.
Yeah. This is definitely like what you said. Like Bruce Willis like needs to take a loan off, so he makes like 10 movies in a year, and then no one is actually reviewing those movies after a point.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, after a point, people will just be like, "Huh, this is what Nawaz does." You know?
Like people actually won't touch his movies after a point because they'll be like who's Nawaz? That's what it's gonna become of.
So, but this movie was given like this air of legitimacy because of the producer and the
A top
brand
three
over that.
platform.
Yeah, a big platform. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just strange. Like, why would
you even touch this with like 100-foot pole stick, right? Like why would you associate this with this? Like you're already known for like amazing levels of kachra, sure, but then you're also known for like Jubilee and stuff. So then suddenly, what do you want? I guess Amazon also like in debt to Kangana or something. They're like, okay, fine, we'll take it.
I was under the impression that Kangana has gone on the record and said that all the major platforms don't want to touch her because of her politics.
Right, and then
Amazon goes ahead and does this.
Maybe like this is like I'm going full conspiracy territory here, but like, Kangana's in the good graces of our government. So then Amazon by association can get into good graces if they associate with her.
I mean, if that's actually true, then
if you're going like full, like, like I saw like the mafia operator, right?
I guess who's the loser in this situation? Like, it's you and I.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
And obviously all the other random dozen people who like see this on the homepage of like their TV screen and just hit.
Yeah, but they'll give up, no? They'll give up in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, they'll give up like 20 minutes and 10 minutes and they'll be like, ye kachra hai, ye kya maza.
Yeah, but this movie is for nobody. Like, who, like Nawaz's
except the people who got paychecks.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I am not sure that even they didn't watch it. People who got paychecks on...
No, they don't have to watch it, but like I'm saying, they got paychecks, so they had to endure like making it, right? That's a longer process.
No, I'm like fully like, I think that the person, like Sai Kabir, has not watched this movie.
Yeah, so actually like I was thinking while watching it is that there are parts of this movie where it feels like, I mean, in the credits they claim one director, one editor, one writer, but there's no way that's actually true. I think there are like ghost editors and ghost writers in this movie. There is no way, because like there are some sequences which like just do not gel. Forget like on a short to short level, right? But stylistically, visually, I'm just like, तुम्हारा प्रोडक्शन डिजाइनर बदल गया, तुम्हारा एडिटर बदल गया, तुम्हारा सिनेमेटोग्राफर बदल गया क्या बीच मूवी में? क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं, मतलब this wouldn't be as wild a conspiracy theory as the other one, because Kangana does that. She's done it multiple times and people have like on the record said that she does it. But that being said,
how does she find a way to go around the guilds and not credit these
guild? क्या बातें हो रही हैं? India, this is...
अरे but exist तो करते हैं ना?
Who's
a cinematographer who is part of the guild and you'll be like, okay, I shot that.
Nobody's in India. People don't get paid for work. What are you saying?
Yeah, that's true.
They are being forced to work for free. So nobody's complaining like about these things.
I mean, actually, on this movie, who would want credit?
Who would want credit?
करा लो काम, पैसे दे दो, मैं जा रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
I don't want credit. I'll pay you so that you don't put my name.
For sure. This is like that Geo Cinema thing. Like, I will pay people to not watch that.
Yeah, but I'm saying in front of this movie, like, at least Very Daddy looks like cohesive, right? Like, it's made by like one team.
I'm not like, no.
Like, so I think this movie like broke my brain. I was like, this is so like inauthentic and disorganized on a scene to scene or like even a shot to shot level. I cannot imagine that one team made it. It feels like shot over 7 different schedules.
No, I agree that this is like a mess, but like I would find a better like example than Bloody Daddy to be like, wo dekho.
Lakshmi.
No, that's again no. Like,
no, I think I'm trying to give you context of how low I rate this movie that I cannot give you any other example above those ones. So if I give anything above that, I'll be like,
okay, how about this? Like another Prime Video example. Tandav was unwatchable, but at least it felt like one person was behind it.
Yeah, because every scene like was equally horrible in that same sense.
Yes.
यहाँ पे like sequences are horrible in different senses. You're like तुमने यहाँ पे ये गलती करी है, but तुमने अगले scene में कुछ और गलती करी है. So like how can one person make different kinds of mistakes?
And in between all that, Nawazuddin Siddiqui is just like, I don't know what he's doing. He's I wouldn't even say he's like off the rails, because then that would imply like
No.
a deliberate choice.
Exactly. That would imply that, that he's given room by the movie to like showcase himself, which the movie does not. The movie like literally sidelines him for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. This one has
He goes to jail and he's like, movie's like, I forget him. Now we're gonna focus on Avneet Kaur. I'm like, what?
like full drama happens then. Like when
Yeah, I'm like, you forgot who your protagonist is.
the movie, forgetting the protagonist, the movie plays it like so casually, like he's like a full pimp.
Yeah.
And like that is just a part of the character.
Things just
Like
come
you
and go. Like they don't like stick to anything, right? Like these guys go from hating each other to like loving each other. These guys go from
overnight.
Overnight, exactly. Everything is overnight. She go from like being pregnant to never showing the baby to having the baby. The baby does not matter. The baby just disappears. They're partying and like roaming around Bombay, like God knows what, like every day or whatever. The movie goes from her not being able to stand him, getting slapped, to like being like, okay, I will now put on this dress for you and we'll go like, to a date as if nothing happened, and then I'll smile and say thank you and call you the world's most like nice gentleman. I'm just like, do you like have dissonance? Does your character forget what they said like 7 minutes ago?
Yeah. I wonder what the movie wants us to think about Nawazuddin Siddiqui's character. I feel that they want us to like him a lot.
Yeah.
Like Bechara dekho, like he's
trying. That's why it has those standard tropes, right? Where like instead of showing us other characters tell us what he's supposed to be. They're like, oh look, you're such a good man. I'm like, abhi to se thappad mara.
Abhi sadak ke beech mein thappad mara.
Yeah.
Bhai.
Drag kara, and you're like, good man on the terrace next night. What?
Like literally hours after she's tried to kill herself, by the way.
Twice.
Yeah, he has gone and slapped. And I'm like, why are you... Fine, forget it. I'll buy that you have no other, I don't know, options in life in that moment. But you've already established that you ran away like yesterday.
Yeah, and no one sticks to anything. On the beach, after the date, she's like, ab ye bacha gira dete hain. And then he beats the sand as if like, I don't know what's happening.
That's the scene where I felt that he went crazy and then nobody was like, sir, ek aur take karte, please.
No, they didn't shoot it. So edit table pe ek hi tha, so they had to insert that one.
Yeah, that's it. Ek hi maine take kar raha hai aur ye to mera performance.
There's a lot of scenes like that where just like they didn't have a backup, like, like they didn't even have a B camera. So it's like, ye hai, chhod do is movie ko yahan pe.
I mean, it's just for the sake of being insane, right? Because you're not really thinking of what the character would do in that moment. You just want... Part of it is like vanity also. Like I want the attention.
Yeah.
Like I want to be doing something that people are going to be talking about, or at least actor hai, or at least in that scene with literally someone who's never done a movie before, you want to kind of hog the limelight, which is like a very off-putting kind of thing to watch, right? Because the other person, I've never seen her before, but I'll be like, fine, I can watch her. She's a watchable performer, and it's terrible. Nobody's winning in this situation, but like, fine, I'll cut you some slack.
Yeah, also I'm cutting a slack because like once Nawaz starts looking terrible, I start blaming the director then, right? So then I'm like, even then it must be the director's fault for this actress also.
But I don't know where like if there is any like redeeming quality about this movie. I don't think so. It's not
like going too far. There is no quality about this movie. So how can
there's no quality? No, but like for instance, like it's bad in a very unusual way. Like Bloody Daddy, I still talk about Bloody Daddy on a daily basis. I'd meet like everyone I meet, I'm like, have you seen Bloody Daddy? Let's talk about Bloody Daddy. It's in that way. Like I can't stop.
It annoys you after capturing you, right? Like it captures your brain space. Yahan pe to like it's literally like I don't know, 700 TikTok videos like stitched together and be like, this is our movie.
Yeah, I was forgetting. Like you're right, because ek to it's like weirdly like left turn lete rehta hai every 15 minutes. Then it's just so forgettable. Everything is just so like
nothing sticks, right? Because nothing can stick because you are not letting your stick. You yourself are rushing through every scene so much that before we can grasp and be like, okay, this is an important moment for these characters, you are on your third scene.
Yeah. I'm just like, I can't. I'm not interested in keeping up and I don't want to. But then once that happens, then it's a struggle to just like continue. After
a point, I was like, I don't know, identify signs of like, what is like because obviously the movie is entirely inauthentic, as I said, but like I was trying to verify ki, what did like, you know, what was the first draft or whatever the, you know, the treatment that the writer wrote, and then what are the artificial sort of like things that, you know, maybe the production team or like some actor has attached to it.
Do you know that this movie was first pitched as a Irfan Khan / Kangana vehicle?
What, like 10 years ago?
Like, yeah, correct, like 10 years.
I'm sure, because I was like, there's no way Irfan and Kangana, like Irfan would have touched like Kangana, like, you know, as a metaphorically anytime soon.
But yeah, that's what, like, imagine someone wrote this and they were like Irfan Kangana, and then Kangana has thought about this 10 saal baad, ki, oh my god, I liked it. Let's just revisit that one.
Or there's such a dearth of scripts coming to our production house. It's like, wait, kuch bacha hai, kuch like 10 saal pehle kya hua tha, wahan se kuch leke aa rahe.
That's also
like possible. No one's offering her script, basically, right? This is what tells you, like, this is what one of her first movies.
As a producer, yeah, bro.
Yeah. So that shows, like, imagine your first production has to be like mind blowing, right? People should be like, never like stop talking about it. Be like, oh yeah, remember her first movie? Like, but no, like, this is your start. Like, you take your first step and you go down into 7 depths of hell.
Like, yeah, right. I mean, I still remember that. I mean, Anushka Sharma has done not much since then, but I do remember that NH10 was her first film as a producer.
Yeah, because if you have to make a splash on the screen, right? Like, you have to, like, otherwise, how are you gonna, like, even like in your industry, no one's gonna like even think of you or remember you. We're like, yeah, take it.
So I mean, on moral ground, she's an outcast, very rightly so. And
like, is she really an outcast if like one of the top platforms is like readily like giving her a platform, literally?
I mean, let's put it this way: she's not working with any legit actors anytime soon, like any like proper stars.
Yeah. So unless you buy a huge mansion and you have a huge loan to pay off.
Yeah, unless you're like desperate, you're not going to work for her. It's either like you're really desperate to pay off loans, or you're like literally a newcomer with like not many options.
As I am claiming, you are in like debt to your nationalist government.
Whatever, like endless conspiracy theories, but like nothing.
Yeah, literally, like, it's when they even announced it, I think, what, this time or like April last year, whatever. They didn't even like club it with other announcements. It wasn't like called original. It wasn't called a licensing.
Wait, Amazon announced this a year ago?
Yeah.
I thought they just, the first time I heard about this was like, what, 10 days ago when they had like a thing.
No. This was announced, like, I remember like when they announced like 58 things or something last year.
Oh, I had no idea this was an Amazon thing.
So yeah, what the point I was getting to, this is, they announced it as a special collaboration.
Which is like just shady on like, what is that?
Exactly. So like, in some, now that we've seen the movie, it's shady, but like back then it sounded like, oh, they were like singling it out. Like, why would you single it out? Why would everything be called either original, exclusive, or like a licensing, like whatever they get from Dharma and stuff? And why would you call this like a separate category entirely? Like that now, it reads like,
because I thought it was either Amazon original.
It's a special collaboration with
Presents.
No, yeah, it's a special collaboration with like, I mean, I don't know what it says now, like, because I don't think they can come up with like a new terminology.
I mean, do you have anything else to say about it? Because I'm out.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to add. It's just like I wanted to look up, and yeah, now it's called Amazon Original. So now it's on like par with everything else, which just makes it even weirder in a way. But yeah, whatever. It's been dumped by them, and we have given it like, I don't know, credibility for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Way longer than it deserves.
Right. Time to.
For sure.
Yeah, okay, that's all for this episode of The Long Take. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at @thelongtakepod. You can write to us at thelongtakepod@gmail.com. Please leave us a rating and a review. It was this episode, and we will see you next week.